Good afternoon.
Stop. Hey, howdy.
So,
We did a thing today. That's how you said.
Yeah,
we
we
did
did
a thing today. So this morning, this guy right here, that guy right there, he says, "Hey, mom, dad, I want to do sign-in today at the office." So on Saturdays we have a training with our agents. We do agent sign-in, guest sign-in. It's a whole intricate process to it. It's an intricate process to it. If you're detailed oriented and structured, it's not that big of a problem. But when you're not detailed and structured, it's way too much stuff going on at the same time. So anyway, our son says, "Hey, I want to do sign-in today," and I was like, "All right, well, you got to change your clothes," because he had on this like t-shirt, long sleeve t-shirt, some jeans, and I was like, "Well, mom."
it didn't look bad, but
No, it didn't. But his mom was like, "Yeah, you got to change clothes. You got to look really professional if you want to, be the face of our office." And so he decided to change his shirt.
T-shirt.
I ironed it for him. Had a little crease on the arms. He looked real spiffy.
He learned.
Show the outfit. That's the outfit. The little
Let's see.
spiffy outfit. Yeah.
That's mom. Say hi, mom.
You thought the video was just gonna turn by itself?
No, I just. Can you see yourself?
Yes.
Can you see your outfit?
No.
Now, can you see your outfit?
No. No. Just take my face.
There's your shirt. That's good enough. Okay.
All right. So whatever you just saw is what you saw. I don't know what you saw, but you seen it when you saw it. All right. So anyway, yeah. So he did our sign-in today. CC had a chance to teach him how to log in, our agent's information, ask him what's the next steps. This is a cool little. This is a cool little thing, So eventually, maybe we'll see. Possibly, I don't know what happens in the future. We may hire him.
Micah was trying to say hi to you guys. Can you see him back there?
Back there.
All the way back there. And Malachi.
Yeah. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun for now. We'll see how long this lasts. Kids go through fads, but totally acceptable for the fact that he says, "Hey, I want to help out in the family business. I want to be, an asset to the business," and we totally agreed. Absolutely agreed. So
you want to know the cool part about that?
what's that?
So as a homeschooling parent, we get the privilege to homeschool our kids wherever we want. And we homeschool them a lot at the office because, we're business owners, so we run business at our office, and they're there all the time. And so they get to see commerce all the time. There we go. My arm's getting tired. I don't have my usual little stand. Yeah, I don't have my... Probably not. Anyway, so, yeah. They get to see commerce all the time, and they see us as business owners, and they, see that we run our office on our own, and so on and so forth. And one of the things that we like to teach them about is entrepreneurship. And our oldest is 11 currently. He'll be 12 this year. So
11 going on 47.
He really is. But he'll be of hiring age this year.
He got old man tendencies so bad. He crosses his leg at the knee. Like, who does that? We call it, what do you call it?
Stacking bones.
Stacking bones is what we call it.
We learned that one from good old grandmother.
It's probably crossed right now.
They're not.
It's
They're
not.
not. He's eating cake right now. They're not crossed.
Pound cake game is serious right now.
Yeah. We learned that term from your grandmother. And it sounds like an old term.
Stacking bones.
Stack them bones. First thing you do when you sit down is just stack them bones. Let them legs breathe. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I think it's just pretty cool, pretty interesting to see him finally take an interest to learn, I guess, the ins and outs of entrepreneurship, how to run an office, what to do. Double bonus is that he just had his first typing course and his first Excel course.
Well, no, we can't say. We say typing on a laptop because he's been typing on text messages.
Yeah, text message game is serious.
Some game is serious.
But typing on a traditional keyboard, I should say. So yeah, that's new computer lessons because he was teaching himself coding, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so this is going to be interesting. I really wish that my laptop had the T9 keys.
Oh, for the numbers. numbers.
Yeah, for the numbers, because I think that would speed them up a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, that's how
So.
but it happens. Either way.
But get this, guess what?
What's that?
Now,
What?
we are 3 generations in business.
Hey, that's so very. I didn't even think about that.
So, Mom, your turn. How is it working with your kids in business?
It's awesome.
Wow, that sounded so staged.
You look
I'll
like you're
pay
about
you later. Thanks for the compliment, Mom.
You look like you're about to fall asleep.
It's awesome.
Well,
That Clear
I
Eyes
took
commercial.
No, you don't get to say that. You don't get to say that. We're recording here. You don't get to say that.
himself, like I'm about to fall asleep. I'm telling you why.
Because your strength is renewed with the Eagles. Just say that. My strength is renewed with the Eagles.
I should fly away.
Ah! Oh, God.
So tell me, what's your experience been working with your children in business?
It's been great. I enjoy working with my children in business. My grandson decided to wake up this morning and say, guess what? I want to go to work today. That lasted all of...
Well, he only had one job, and his job finished in the first 25 minutes of work. So,
And he clocked out on time.
and he did. He clocked out on time. He clocked
Yes,
in
he
on
did.
time, and he clocked out on time. He had his orientation and everything.
Yes, he did. I got to give it to him. Now, we didn't need the other three to get to work.
Yeah, well, that one that's sitting behind you, he was desperate to try to join in, but you're not of
That-
hiring age yet, so you don't get to join in.
Yeah, but it was
That's
more
only
so
because
that
he
middle
wanted to
child
deal with the
jealousy.
other one.
Yeah.
He's not ready to be the sole big brother.
he didn't want to deal with the other one. If it was somebody else in the room, he would have stayed in there. But
I'm sure.
you know, like, why? I want to join PHP. You're not old enough to join no PHP. I'm like, oh, please.
So, in your experience, the things that you've learned so far, has it been the same or different from previous job history or job duties? Meaning, like the skills that you can carry over.
Oh, totally different. Definitely different from jobs I've had.
So, what's some of the new skill sets that you've learned?
I can't say time management because I've had that.
We're still working on that.
You know, it's like because I'm technically still retired, so just learning more about life insurance, how to do annuity, and the breakdown of how much insurance people need in order to.
How to do the analysis of how much people
Yeah.
need? Okay.
Yes.
How about any interpersonal skills? So, like public speaking, organization.
We're working on that. Come on.
I think you've gotten better.
Gotta get ready for MGM.
You've gotten better.
I'm gonna have y'all talk for me.
We don't get to talk for you. You got your own voice. You're gonna find that voice. I promise you. I've heard it many a time, so I know what it sounds like. I'm just waiting for you to hear what it sounds like.
Why are you buying my stuff? Yeah, that part.
So, Matthew, can you see yourself?
Yes.
Okay. So, how was your first day of work?
That was good.
What did you learn?
Wait. Alright, never mind.
We'll come back. We'll come back to it.
We're the first date.
What did you learn?
Okay.
Celise, you got like from nose.
You have
Well, I asked him if he can see himself.
He can.
I'm holding the camera
like that.
backwards. I can't see him.
Just hold it like that. Yes.
Okay, so what did you learn today?
how to use a laptop properly.
What skill sets did you get to work on today?
Typing, mostly typing.
And what else?
How to use a shift key.
And what else?
That's it.
No. What was part of your sign-in routine? What did you have to do?
Interview.
I had to say good morning.
You had to do a greeting, yes, proper greeting. And what else? You had to ask questions, right?
I had to ask some questions about what.
What's going on with them? We'll just say it that way. You have to ask questions about what's going on with them. Do you know what skill sets those are? Interviewing skill sets. You're learning how to do a proper interview because you have to what? Introduce yourself, right? Make a proper greeting, and then you need to ask probing questions.
Okay.
Yes, probing questions. Did you like it?
Yes.
Do you want to do it again?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see.
No.
Why are you hitting the back of my
It's a
chair?
Tuesday, Saturday job. Anyway, so
No, there's Mondays on that sheet too.
there is.
Yes. Yes.
Touche.
We can see that Daddy does not do that work.
No, didn't, doesn't.
Yes.
What?
All right, honey.
Huh?
So, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, I mean, if we're gonna teach our kids some skill sets, we're gonna teach some skill sets that they can use in almost any environment. And so, whether it be communication skills, interpersonal skills, whether it be public
Why are you
speaking.
hitting the back of the chair?
Why y'all arguing live on YouTube? Like, that's not the thing you want to do right now.
Family.
Were you two young kids in the back?
Yeah,
Stop all y'all
pipe down
fussing?
back there before we have to turn this car around.
Turn it around. The word is sitting behind me.
Do I need to separate you two?
I'm gonna
They
put y'all
just-
in two different parts of the car.
Look, all the kids in the back just cutting up. I don't know what's wrong with them, including the oldest kid.
What did I say?
Uh,
When y'all have children, I want just like you.
Yeah,
y'all
but
know.
you are definitely upholding your end of the bargain.
Yes, I am.
tell you
I
that.
didn't sign up for that.
My nerve has been got on.
I did not sign up for that.
River dancing on a nerve. I'll tell you what you.
Yep.
Anyway.
I need to dance some more.
No, please, no.
You want the pop stick?
Do you want to pop? Oh man, she need a nap. She needs a nap.
Somebody needs some milk. Okay. I guess we're done with this interview.
I need some milk right about
I'm
now.
crying out of one eye right now. Oh my gosh.
Man, let me tell you, it's nothing like working with family and business. Boy,
Oh, man.
the family that laughs together learns together. The family that learns together lives together. The family that lives together stays together.
Yeah, let's go.
I tell you.
This is fun. This is
Yeah.
fun.
Welcome to our life,
It's
y'all.
hilarious. I feel like I'm swallowing a frog.
All right, well,
No, we good.
you good.
We good.
You got it in?
I don't know if that's
Good.
what heartburn feels like, but that's what it is. Like, I'm
Probably not.
So look, man.
Nah, definitely not heartburn.
I just want to cry. I'm just so emotional right now. No, so yeah, as far as family working together, I've always been a big fan of it. Did y'all see that? I caught you
Really,
on
Matthew?
video. I'm sorry, I caught you on video. I'm just gonna watch the tape back and find out who did it. That's all it is. And so, point out who did it. Everybody start.
Everybody look at mama.
I didn't do it, so I'm not worried about it.
No, so I've always been a big fan of family working together.
Stop,
My
Matthew.
wife and I have always had an opportunity to do things together, from catering way back in 2004. We've been 5, 7,
Thor.
since 2004. We've been doing catering together,
Catering.
working together, business together. And so we've always had that part of our marriage. And so for that to extend to our... Did you just do the eyebrow thing? He did. For that to extend to, our children, working with our children, and also to extend up to family. We also have cousins that work with us in our business as well. And it's just the aspect of, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it together. We're gonna do it big, and we're gonna make sure that
That
family
puts a
gets
new
chance
meaning to keeping it all in the family.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about what other cultures do, I don't want to say cultures. We've seen this a lot in different arenas. You see this with Jewish families, with
Drop the
Amish
phone.
families. You see this with, Indian families. They do business together. They keep all the money in the family. I'm not saying keeping it away from other people, but they take care of family first.
True.
And then
They
from
do
that
business
process,
with family first.
exactly, it allows them to grow through the process. And so what we learn in American culture is that you don't do business with family. And, everybody, to some
You
people,
two keep your hands to yourself.
family seems like a burden more so than family seems like a blessing and an opportunity to create and build together. So I'm all
Oh,
for
yeah.
it. I'm all about it. Just so long as the family member is healthy mentally to take on this process and willing to stick it, be a part of the game and come upon the agreements that, we all agree on. I don't have any issues at all doing business with family. Yeah, and
That's
we
pretty
gotta
much
be
what
all
an
in agreement. Yeah. You know what? You make 16 valid points on this video and see how you do without stumbling across words. Go ahead. Help yourself. Point number 1.
Yeah.
Ah,
Just kidding.
Really? This is what I gotta deal with. Oh my God. Take all that stuff back that I said about working with family. Because in a moment like this, you fired. Okay? You were absolutely fired. No, I'm going on vacation. What?
Thank God I'm a business owner. I can't be fired.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you're trying to give some value to people, right? To the American people or whoever people listen.
Whoever's
To
watching,
all you
whoever wants to watch our
viewers,
shenanigans.
you viewers, and you give some good points, and then you go stick your finger up somebody's nose.
I
man.
didn't
It's just,
stick it up there. I just kind of touched the edge of it.
Now I'm all self-conscious. I'm looking in the video, see if I got something on my
I
nose.
said you ain't got nothing up there.
That's not what you said the first time. Oh, NSX. Yeah, so
Squirrel.
that was a car. Like my next vehicle is gonna be in the driveway soon. So, yeah,
Welcome to our shenanigans.
yeah.
Well, I guess that's the end of our car
Nah,
rantings.
you got to answer all the questions you've been asking. How do
did
you feel
answer.
How do you feel about working with family and business? What are your
Um,
thoughts about multiple generations within the same?
My thoughts of family working with business. I've always worked with family. Some good, some bad experiences. I will say that, and it's just depending on the person and also depending on the business you're running. The more serious the business, the more serious the person you're looking for. I will say that. And, you can't have Cuzzo that's always pranking everyone, right? That wants to be called Cuzzo. Be in a serious business that needs a government name, as they like to say, So, I mean, I wouldn't recommend all family.
Name or your parents' name.
Exactly, because that's what the government know you as. That's the whole point behind it, right? So, I wouldn't recommend for everyone. Be selective, of course, but if you have family that's able, that's capable, that's willing, absolutely work with your family. It gives you the opportunity to get to know them in a way that you never did. I could say that's true about a lot of the family that I've had the pleasure to work with and the displeasure to work with. So I like working with family. Generations, I recommend working with the generations because I'm a firm believer that we need to pass down generation to generation things that are intangible, and work ethic is one of them. Growing up, my mother, with her career, I saw her work hard. She went to school at night, worked during the day. She was always home to make sure she packed our lunch for school before we left. She was at every school assembly, every sporting event, every whatever I wanted to do. And I say I because I was probably the most active between me, my brother, and my sister. I pretty much put myself into anything I could, any extracurricular activity I could. And she was there for all of them. Never missed a beat. Every graduation, every recital, everything. And she worked overtime, extra time. And I saw her work hard. I saw her be the head of the family. My dad was in the picture, of course, but when it came to it, he was very much so like what I've seen a lot of men. They're very, very good at one task at a time. And so he would go to work, complete the task that he was meant to complete, and he would come home, and if he had any tasks to complete that weren't complete, he would do those. But he usually didn't, so he kind of had the free time to do what he wanted. And as I said, I've watched him work hard too. He also went to school at night and worked during the day, and he was also there to help after school with homework and to bake cookies and things like that. So he played his part as well. He was there for a lot of the major things. He wasn't there for maybe every game or every recital, but he was there for all the majors. He himself was a coach, and so he instilled in me work ethic, when it came down to the physical activity, sports and things like that. And I think it's important when you're working generationally that those intangible things, those disciplines are passed down. So when we go to the gym in the morning, the kids are usually sleeping. So that way when they wake up in the morning, there's breakfast ready for them. We're getting their bags together for school or whatever else. They don't see us go to the gym, but they see the changes within our body, our energy level, so on and so forth. I'm usually up an hour prior to everyone except for mom. I'm usually up an hour or two prior to everyone else getting up, and I'm usually crawling into bed an hour or two after everyone else. That's my usual routine. And so the kids know that I'm normally the first face they see when they wake up and the last when they go to bed. And it's been like that since birth. And it's just, they might not see me. Oh, I gotta switch arms. I need my, what do you call that? Magnet thing. Anyway, they might not see me all day or during the day, but they know when I'm gone and when I am in absence, I'm working. I'm working at something, on something, with someone. And so the same for Chris. They know that when they don't see him, he's working. When they don't see Granny, she's working. And it's those small things that you don't think that you're setting an example. You don't think that they're catching on to it. But when you have a moment like we had this morning where he says, hey, you know what? I want to work. You realize they're catching it all. So, yeah, I think generationally it's good because you are the best example. You set the example, and whether you're a good example or not is up to you, but you're going to set one regardless. So, yeah.
You see what I did? How I didn't do anything crazy to mess up the end and let her get all the valid points out. I mean, we gotta mix it up. You know,
you could have danced in front of my face and I still would have got it out.
Whatever.
Y'all, I make him nervous.
No, not on camera. No, that's not nervous. It's embarrassing. It's a completely different thing. It's not nervous at all.
You like it.
I married you, so yes, that would be a valid point.
You told me you ain't going nowhere. I ain't letting you
Have
either.
I gone anywhere?
Maybe the hell.
Hold on, mama. What? Huh? Together?
Yeah, I better hold on.
Yeah, anyway, so, yeah. So, in closing.
You said that like you had a thought that you wanted to put out there.
I was
Working on it.
until you said something and it just fleeted.
Fleeting glances.
It went away. So,
Hey, this is the longest video yet, so we can cut this short. Than what it would have been.
do we know how to cut videos short?
No.
Matthew.
Sorry, we don't know how to edit.
Hold on.
We just know how to video.
Assistant, do you know how to cut videos short?
Do you know how to edit videos? Yet? Nah. You know how to do intros, right?
Maybe you can.
Do you
create
know
some
how
intros.
to cut the video in pieces, like intro pieces? No.
What? Why were you
He's
born during
11.
the technology age? You're supposed to be doing this at 3 years old. Sheesh, man. Yeah.
He's 11.
You've been touching cell phones since before you had a bottle and a cell phone together at the same time. It was a flip phone. It was a good phone. All right. So.
See you.